Well, good evening, greetings, and salutations. This is Passionate Bliss, and I want to tell you about my walk through the YouTube streets. So I was walking through the YouTube streets, right, and I came up on one of our village elders giving some advice. I got so excited and happy because I'm always ready for some good advice, especially someone who's older. This person is 54 years old. This person is actually a billionaire. So I was very excited. I sat up really straight so that I could hear the good advice. But instead, this is what I heard.
Especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will. In our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men, right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job, and is a good man, and is good to you, and honors the house, and honors his wife, and does what he can, because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
Yeah.
That's somebody who came to love you at your worth, right?
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill, as long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you pay the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then, that is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But that's so hard for a lot of people to take in, because that means, no, I need somebody to, they need to make 5 times more, and I got to have, well, don't keep your list, baby.
Yeah.
God bless you, hope it happens. Don't keep your list. But when you talk about just someone to love you and support you, I know people whose men can't touch what they make. But when you see them together, that love, that support, that I got you, babe, it's a beautiful thing.
Now you guys.
Okay, so I felt like I needed to give some follow-up on this because I did the video a few weeks back about Ebony K. Williams asking Iyanla Vanzant, who's a village elder, for some advice, and she was told to marry a bus driver. Okay, and so now, again, someone asked a village elder for some advice, and he told them this. Okay, and what I would like you to know is that while it takes a village to raise a child and to raise a family and to benefit our society, there are some people in the village who are actually village idiots, and they will give you bad advice. So you cannot take advice from everyone in the village, and you're going to have to try to weigh out what is said. So I kind of wanted to weigh out what Tyler Perry actually said. Okay, so he told black women, apparently this woman asked a single man who's never been married for advice on relationships, and he told women to accept a man, partner with a man who can only pay the light bill. Okay, and sometimes you need to really take apart what's being said to you. First of all, someone who can only pay the light bill, this is someone who is earning below the poverty level, because an average light bill for, I'll say, a middle-class home is going to be anywhere from $150 to maybe $350, depends on the size of your home. Okay, this is all this person can afford to pay. Okay, and if that's all they can afford, that means that on their own they couldn't afford a home at all. So he's asking you to accept someone who's homeless. Okay, this is someone who's going to come into your home instead, run up your grocery bill, run up your light bill, use your utilities, add to your workload in the house with your duties, your chores, your laundry, all of this for the grand total of the cost of a light bill. So that's what this person is asking you to do. So they're asking you to pick up dead weight. Anytime somebody gives you advice like this is somebody who does not like you. Okay, we have to learn to recognize when people don't like us, because it can get detrimental to us, because they don't always come out and let it show that they don't like you. But when they give you hateful advice that can only make your life more difficult, this is someone that does not like you. This man clearly does not like black women, and I can tell that on his advice alone. Now, I already had other thoughts about his movies that he makes, which I quit watching years ago. But he cannot like black women if he's telling them to date someone, partner with someone who can only pay the light bill. That's someone who has not even a job at McDonald's, because McDonald's will pay you enough to do more than pay your light bill. Okay? But that's what this person is asking you to pick up and include in your life. So I guess he's the anti-Ebony Williams agenda. All right. Then he says this is somebody who can say, I got you, babe. You know, that's what you're getting in exchange for this person who can only pay the light bill. He says they're going to be there for you and love you and say, I got you, babe. Somebody who can only pay the light bill will never have you, babe. And also, for a man, they are going to resent you for being the breadwinner, because they're going to still want you to be submissive and humble and cater to them and cook and clean for them and all this other stuff that typical traditional roles are. They're going to still want that, even though he's only paying the light bill. And if you don't give that to him, he feels emasculated and he takes it out on you in other ways. He'll either try to start to compete with you, or he'll try to become verbally abusive to you or put you down to bring you down a peg. I've seen this happen repeatedly, and to a certain extent I've experienced it, where I made more than someone. This person went out and got a second job, so I was hardly ever seeing them. And then when he got his first paycheck from the second job, he said, there, now I finally make as much money as you. And I'm sitting there like a dummy saying, you were competing? You were trying to keep up? Didn't even realize it was happening. So that didn't last long, but that was only the beginning. Because once this person got exhausted from working 2 jobs to keep up, which I'm glad I inspired him to do more. I do appreciate that. He was inspired to do more. But the treatment is going to go downhill from there, because they're only going to resent you. Or it could be that you have a leech who's going to try to suck you dry. And then you'll end up like Wendy Williams, Sherry Shepherd, Mary J. Blige, even Halle Berry. This is somebody who's going to end up taking advantage of you so that you end up paying them once you've decided they don't need to be in your life anymore. Or they may even just decide to up and leave your life. And you got to pay them now. So this is bad advice coming and going. Learn to recognize when advice is not worth taking. Learn to recognize that everyone older is not wiser. Learn to recognize what's in your best interest. Picking up dead weight will never be in your best interest. Those relationships have repeatedly proven to fail. So why someone who's supposed to be intelligent enough to be a billionaire and is actually 54 years old would give this kind of advice to the youth is very questionable. It questions their intention. I question their agenda. And the disrespect to black women alone, that they're encouraged, the only race that I've ever heard of take this kind of advice, is questionable. Okay? And so with that being said, y'all have sweet dreams. Wait to find them all real.